Coming up, a new COVID-19 variant reported in the Valley. Where? Next. Plus, a third special session for the Safe Outdoor Dogs Act happening today. And 2 Disney stores closed its doors in the Valley. We'll tell you why. All this and more. KVAQ starts now. Hey there, vaqueros. Welcome back to this semester's 5th edition of KVAQ-TV. I'm Charlie Maureen. Today is Monday, September 20th, and at the top of the hour. A new variant just discovered in the Valley on Monday, making it the 5th coronavirus variant. One person in the Hidalgo County has tested positive for the MU variant. The virus was discovered back in January in Colombia. According to the World Health Organization, all 50 states have a MU variant case, totaling to at least 2,500 reported cases. Sticking to the health and safety measures set by Centers for Disease Control and Prevention can lower the risk of catching the MU variant. At the moment, there is not enough research on the new variant. A third special session to discuss Senate Bill 474 is set for today. Governor Greg Abbott vetoed Senator Eddie Lucio Jr.'s Senate Bill 474, the Safe Outdoor Dogs Act, in July. The Safe Outdoor Dogs Act proposed to ensure that dogs were not unlawfully restrained and prevented dogs from committing criminal offenses. The law also made sure dogs had adequate shelter for varying weather. Governor Abbott has asked legislation to address his concerns when he first vetoed the bill in today's session. Last Wednesday was the 20th anniversary of the Queen Isabella Causeway collapse. Our reporter Carla Valenzuela has the story.
20 years. That's how long ago the Queen Isabella Causeway collapsed after a barge struck a supporting piling, causing the causeway's arching section to collapse.
I received a call from a friend and neighbor that the bridge was broken. I gathered my go bag and went down to the base of the bridge on the Port Isabel side. It was pitch black, so I adjusted some settings on my camera so that it could see what I could not.
Marketing director for the city of Port Isabel, Valerie Bates, took photographs in 2001 of the collision that drove 11 people into the ocean 85 feet below and killed 8. Bates explains that 4 barges collided with the support columns on the bridge connecting Port Isabel and South Padre Island, causing 2 85-foot sections of the bridge to fall into the Laguna Madre.
They have added dolphins. They are cement barriers on each side of the opening of the Gulf Intercoastal Waterway, that if a barge were to go slightly off course, it would hit that before it would hit the bridge. The bridge bears scars that we can notice, we can feel.
Bates says the city has since added optic cables to the causeway, so a certain vibration will trigger arms to come down and signal traffic not to pass. The recovery took about 66 days after the city contracted Williams Brothers Construction. The Texas Department of Transportation contracted ferries from Port Aransas to carry vehicles and people out of the island during the reconstruction of the bridge. A frequent Port Isabel visitor, Jose Gutierrez, recalls the tragedy.
When the barge was passing by, where those structures are, to keep it up there, it hit it real hard and then it passed.
20 years later, residents and tourists alike have been crossing the reconstructed bridge safely, but a remainder of the collapse is still visible on the causeway. Reporting for KVAQ-TV, Carla Valenzuela.
This month is National Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month. An online training session is scheduled for those who want to support and recognize at-risk students. Our reporter Brian Svensson has more.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in America and second among college students. Clover Educational Consulting Group, in connection with UTRGV Counseling Services, will be hosting a training session for UTRGV students on Wednesday. Senior Staff Consultant for Clover, Alyssa Gilden, explains why college students may be more susceptible to suicide than others.
Colleges is a time that is really stressful, and when stress increases, so does depression, so does anxiety, and just so do mental health concerns. There's a lot of identity searching and identity exploration that's happening. And it's really easy to not build yourself a community that can serve as a protective factor.
The director of UTRGV Counseling Services, Dr. Christopher Albert, says his department is focusing on ways to get students involved in the outreach process.
So we're kind of working on new ways this year to get students interested in becoming what we call peer advocates for suicide prevention, peer advocates for promoting positive mental health.
Albert believes the interest is there from students wanting to make a positive impact when it comes to mental health issues. He explains the opportunities are available to everyone and not just professionals.
You know, you don't have to be a licensed clinician to help someone to potentially save a life. And you do that by learning how to recognize the signs that someone may be suicidal and then being able to intervene.
In statements released by university police over the past 2.5 years, at least 3 suicide attempts were reported. 7 other students reported thoughts of taking their own lives. If you are having thoughts of harming yourself or know anyone who does, you are encouraged to contact the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. You could also reach out to crisistextline.org or text the word HOME to 741-741. You can email counseling@utrgv.edu or contact the Vaquero Crisis Line at 665-5555. Reporting for KVAQ-TV, Brian Svensson.
Finding a job post-graduation can be nerve-wracking. Our reporter Ruben Loza tells us about how students at UTRGV can find a job after and during their academic years. Ruben?
Yes, Charlie, as you mentioned, finding a job after graduating college can be quite difficult, but there is no need to worry. The UTRGV Career Center will be hosting the UTRGV Fall 2021 Virtual Career and Internship Expo in a couple of weeks.
This is the fall semester's the largest fair that we have annually. It attracts local and national companies and organizations wanting to actively recruit students for careers and internships and even jobs, right?
UTRGV Assistant Director for Employer Relations, Ronnie Garcia, says the event will be simple to participate in compared to previous years.
They have the ability to video chat one-on-one with employers.
UTRGV Student Career Advisor ARANTXA ESPINOZA explains that the Career Expo is expected to be hosted on Brazen, an online hiring platform.
On Brazen, you go into lines, so you can go join as many chats as you want, and as soon as it is your turn, you get to be able to speak to a recruiter, whether that be via just chat, text chat, or video.
Espinoza says they recommend students to speak to employers on video in order to leave a good impression.
And you'll get the chance to even send them your resume or your email. So I think being able to connect with them and being able to create a network or maybe even get their LinkedIn, I think that is super awesome.
The UTRGV Fall 2021 Virtual Career and Internship Expo is expected to take place on October 1st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information on the Virtual Career Expo and other upcoming events throughout the semester, visit the Career Center on the web at utrgv.edu/careercenter/event or contact Ronnie Garcia at ronnie.garcia@utrgv.edu. In Edinburg, Ruben Loza, KVAQ-TV.
2 Disney stores in the Valley just closed this week. For good. According to the Walt Disney Company, over 60 retail stores will be closing its doors after the amount of online shopping increased during the pandemic. The Valley was part of the first phase of the store closures. Valley residents will now only be able to shop online for Disney products. Resident Alejandra Santos shared her thoughts on the store's closure.
A lot of the workers that are going to be there, they're going to be furloughed. They're not going to be able to have a job anymore. The people that want something from Disney, where are they going to buy their stuff? Box lunch and Hot Topic sometimes just doesn't make it. It's not enough. And for the people that want to buy merchandise, clothes and pants, how are they going to know if it fits them? It's understandable. The COVID-19 situation, nobody expected it to happen. Nobody expected a lot of stores to be closing down. And Disney was one of the companies that was affected by it the most. So that's really sad.
In Texas, 2 other Disney stores have closed, one in Houston and one in Round Rock. The nearest Disney store open is at the Tanger Outlets in San Marcos. And here is our reporter, Rolando Avila, with sports.
Thank you, Charlie. This past Wednesday, UTRGV women's soccer went head-to-head with Our Lady of the Lake University, and they were able to win 3-0. Emily Zapata was able to score 2 out of the 3 goals, making her the program's all-time high scorer. Congratulations to her. Here's what she had to say.
I feel happy, something that I've been working on, and I had promised my family that I was going to break it, and here I am.
Over the weekend, the women's volleyball team competed in the Pirate Invitational in Greensville, North Carolina. They competed against 3 other teams and beat them all in 3 straight sets, 3-0. Congratulations to the women's volleyball team. And here at home, at the Edinburg and Brownsville campuses, UTRGV coaches, student athletes, and athletic staff all came together to beautify our campuses. Trash all over the campuses was picked up for 2 hours the morning of the beautification effort. That's a wrap for sports. Charlie, back to you.
That's all for today. For KVAQ-TV, I'm Charlie Maureen. Stay safe, vaqueros.